Welcome back, coin collectors. In today's video, we're uncovering the top 5 most valuable and rare United States Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1-cent wheat penny coins that could be hiding incredible value. From historic classics to highly sought-after treasures, these pennies continue to captivate enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. Stay tuned as we reveal their rarity, history, and the surprising prices they can command at auction. Let's get started. First up in the world of numismatics is filled with treasures that whisper tales of a bygone America. And among these, the 1926 Lincoln wheat penny stands as a silent sentinel to the roaring 20s. However, to focus solely on a pristine, uncirculated example is to miss an entirely different dimension of collecting, one that finds profound beauty and staggering value in the unexpected. This discussion pivots away from the perfect gem to explore a captivating paradox. The 1926 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, in very dirty condition. While at first glance this might seem an unlikely candidate for a prized treasure, it is precisely this state of neglect that can sometimes veil the most fascinating and valuable secrets, captivating enthusiasts who hunt for historical anomalies rather than superficial beauty. To understand the potential hidden within a dirty 1926 Philadelphia penny, one must first travel back to an America on the brink of monumental change. Minted at the Philadelphia facility, the main production hub for the nation's coinage, this no-mint mark cent was one of over 157 million struck that year. The mid-1920s were a period of economic boom, jazz, and rapid industrialization, a time when a penny could still buy a piece of candy or a daily newspaper. These coins jingled in the pockets of flappers and fell from the hands of stock market speculators, serving as a tangible connection to the everyday life of that vibrant, complex era. Unlike a coin preserved in a bank vault, a heavily circulated and dirty penny carries the authentic patina of that history, having truly been there, witnessing the nation's journey from the roaring 20s through the Great Depression and beyond. The very features that make the Lincoln wheat penny an icon are still present on a dirty specimen, waiting to be rediscovered beneath the grime. The obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, bears the dignified, right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the motto "In God We Trust" arching above and the word liberty to the left. The reverse is equally symbolic, featuring 2 elegant Durham wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto E pluribus unum across the top, representing prosperity and agrarian strength. However, on a dirty coin, these details are often muted, obscured by a layer of environmental residue. The true appeal lies not in the visible design, but in what the dirt might be hiding. Potential minting errors that can transform a common cent into a rare and valuable artifact. This is where the concept of rarity takes a dramatic turn. A standard, heavily worn 1926 no-mint mark penny is exceedingly common and, in that lowly state, holds little value over its metallic content. However, when a coin presents as very dirty, it becomes a numismatic Schrödinger's cat. It could be a nearly worthless piece of copper, or it could be a spectacularly valuable error coin. The dirt and grime are the very reasons such errors went unnoticed in circulation for decades. Collectors passionately seek out these hidden gems, knowing that beneath the surface might lie one of the known 1926 errors, such as a BIE error, a die crack creating a vertical line resembling the letter I between the B and E of liberty, a dramatic off-center strike, or the highly sought-after L on rim variety where Lincoln's initial touches the coin's edge. The rarity, therefore, isn't in the coin's condition, but in the specific and accidental story it has to tell. The market value of such a coin is where the excitement truly escalates, soaring far beyond the standard 30 cents to $15 range of a common circulated or even uncirculated Philadelphia cent. The potential worth of a very dirty 1926 penny is not derived from its grade, but from the errors its dirt may conceal. For instance, a confirmed 1926 L on rim error, even in good condition as noted by a seller, has been listed for prices around $1,500, demonstrating the immense premium placed on such varieties. Even more dramatic errors, like a cap die strike or a significant off-center error, can command prices ranging from $300 to well over $600, depending on the severity and visibility of the defect. The $3,000 to $4,000 range is reserved for the true anomalies found beneath the dirt, such as a unique woody error, an improper alloy mix creating a wood grain effect, or a coin with a major strike-through, capturing the imagination of collectors who value peculiarity over perfection. This dirty penny, if authenticated as a rare error, becomes a bridge between the mass-produced past and a unique, one-of-a-kind present. For the discerning collector enticed by this concept, the approach to acquiring such a piece is a specialized endeavor. The cardinal rule is, do not clean the coin. Cleaning would irrevocably destroy the very evidence of its originality and potentially damage the delicate surface of a valuable error, plummeting its worth. Instead, the focus must be on expert attribution. When considering a very dirty 1926 penny, purchasing a raw, uncertified coin is a high-risk gamble. The wise collector will seek out coins that have already been authenticated and attributed by reputable third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC, even if the holder acknowledges the coin's environmental damage but highlights its significant error. Engaging with specialized online forums and communities can also provide invaluable insights, helping collectors learn what specific errors look like even under layers of grime that the detective work required to authenticate a potential error coin hiding beneath years of grime adds a profound layer of intellectual appeal to the 1926 Lincoln wheat penny. For the collector who chooses this path, the reward is not just the coin itself, but the story of its discovery. This narrative transforms a simple piece of copper into a cherished artifact, a tangible connection to the minting process of the 1920s. The very dirt that obscures the coin is a testament to its journey, perhaps jostling in a farmer's pocket across the Great Plains, resting in a child's piggy bank during the Dust Bowl, or simply lying forgotten in a jar for decades. When a collector identifies a rare L-on-rim variety or a dramatic die crack peeking out from under the toning, they are not just acquiring a coin. They are rescuing a piece of history and becoming the custodian of its unique, century-long narrative. This hunt for the anomalous beneath the mundane is what elevates numismatics from a simple hobby to a passionate pursuit. Dirty but potentially valuable pennies is a dynamic and thrilling space, driven by informed collectors who understand that true rarity often wears a disguise. The potential value spectrum is incredibly wide, which is precisely what makes it so exciting. As noted, a common, heavily worn 1926 Philadelphia penny might only fetch its weight in copper, perhaps 10 cents to 25 cents. However, once a specific error is identified, the price can skyrocket. For instance, a seller on eBay listed a 1926 L-on-rim error, even in good condition, for $1,499.99, demonstrating the premium placed on such clear visual anomalies. More subtle but equally fascinating errors like the woody, improper alloy mix can be valued between $50 and over $100, while a capped die error, one of the rarest mint mishaps, can command prices from $150 to over $600 depending on its severity and visibility. The market consistently shows that for the 1926 penny, the value is not in the grade, but in the grade of the error. For the savvy collector looking to navigate this niche, the path to success is paved with education and caution. The first and most critical rule is absolute: never, under any circumstances, clean the coin. Cleaning with abrasives or chemicals will irrevocably scratch the surface, remove the natural patina, and destroy the very evidence that could authenticate a valuable error, plummeting its numismatic worth to zero. Instead of cleaning, the collector should become a student of error varieties. Studying high-resolution images of known errors like the L-on-rim, BIE, and off-center strikes is essential training for the eye. When a promising candidate is found, the next step is professional authentication. Submitting the coin to a respected third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC is the only way to certify the error and preserve its status, locking it in a protective holder that proclaims its legitimacy to future buyers. In conclusion, the 1926 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark, shrouded in the honest dirt of a century of existence, stands as one of the most fascinating paradoxes in American numismatics. It is a powerful reminder that value is not always skin deep, and that the most profound treasures are often those that require a keen eye and a deep knowledge to uncover. Next up in the Lincoln wheat penny stands as one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after treasures in American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its historical depth and enduring charm. Struck during one of the most turbulent eras in United States history, this remarkable 1-cent piece continues to command attention from collectors who recognize its blend of artistry, scarcity, and legacy. Even in very dirty condition, the 1932 no-mint mark example carries a story etched in copper, an authentic relic of the Great Depression years. Its appeal lies not merely in its age, but in the powerful symbolism it represents, making it a prized treasure among those who appreciate coins as tangible pieces of American heritage. To understand the significance of the 1932 issue, one must step back into the economic hardship of the early 1930s. Minted at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this coin was produced at a time when the nation was grappling with financial uncertainty. As part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat Penny series first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's centennial birthday, the 1932 penny carried forward a design that had already become iconic. Each piece served as everyday currency, quietly circulating through American hands while bearing the image of a leader who symbolized unity and perseverance, qualities especially meaningful during the Great Depression. The design of the 1932 no-mint mark wheat penny remains one of the most recognizable in U.S. coinage history. The obverse features the dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's portrait, facing right, is accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1932. The reverse showcases two elegant wheat stalks framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing agricultural prosperity and national strength. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams. In higher grades, the rich reddish luster of the copper glows brilliantly, while even in dirty condition, traces of its original beauty can often be uncovered beneath decades of natural toning. Rarity plays a crucial role in elevating the value of the 1932 no-mint mark issue. While not the lowest mintage of the wheat series, many examples entered heavy circulation during the Depression, resulting in significant wear. Finding a specimen in uncirculated or near-mint condition today is a genuine challenge. Additionally, collectors seek well-preserved examples with sharp details in Lincoln's hair and clear wheat lines on the reverse. Any minor die variations or strong strikes further enhance desirability. Because so many surviving coins show heavy use, the scarcity of pristine pieces intensifies competition among dedicated numismatists. When discussing market value, condition becomes the defining factor. In very dirty and heavily circulated grades, the 1932 no-mint mark penny may carry modest value. However, in excellent uncirculated condition or with exceptional eye appeal, prices can realistically range between $1,000 and $8,000, depending on grading certification and overall quality. Auction records demonstrate that collectors are willing to pay premiums for coins exhibiting full original luster, minimal marks, and strong strike characteristics. Historical importance, copper composition, and the ever-growing demand for Depression-era coinage all contribute to steady appreciation trends within the collector market. For collectors aiming to secure this captivating piece, careful evaluation is essential. Prioritize coins graded and authenticated by reputable third-party services to ensure originality and condition accuracy. Inspect the surfaces for signs of cleaning, as improper restoration can significantly reduce value. Focus on strong details in Lincoln's cheek and jawline, as well as crisp wheat stalk lines. Purchasing from established dealers or respected auction houses reduces risk and ensures authenticity. Proper storage in protective holders, avoiding excessive handling, and maintaining a stable environment will help preserve the coin's long-term value. Engaging with numismatic communities can further enhance collecting success. Online forums, coin shows, and collector groups offer valuable insights into market trends and emerging demand. Many seasoned enthusiasts recommend patience, waiting for a high-grade example with superior eye appeal rather than rushing into a lesser-quality purchase. The 1932 no-mint mark wheat penny rewards those who approach it with knowledge and discernment, transforming the hunt into an exciting and fulfilling journey. In conclusion, the 1932 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny represents a powerful blend of history, artistry, and enduring rarity. It is more than a small copper coin. It is a tangible connection to the past, reflecting the resilience of a nation during challenging times. With its iconic design, historical depth, and solid market performance, it stands as a prized collectible and a strong long-term investment. For numismatists worldwide, pursuing this remarkable piece is not merely about ownership. It is about preserving a legacy and celebrating one of America's most beloved coin series. The enduring prestige of the Lincoln Wheat penny is also deeply connected to its role as a transitional artifact within early 20th century American coinage. By 1932, the beloved Lincoln Wheat penny design had already circulated for over 2 decades, becoming one of the most recognizable motifs in everyday commerce. Yet coins from the early 1930s carry a distinctive aura because they were struck during a time of reduced economic activity and constrained mint production. While Philadelphia issues bore no mint mark, their survival in high-grade condition was never guaranteed. Many were handled extensively, saved casually, or exposed to harsh environments, which explains why sharply preserved examples today command heightened attention among serious collectors. A closer examination of the coin's surfaces reveals why condition dramatically impacts its desirability. On well-preserved specimens, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln retains intricate hair detail above the ear and a crisp bow tie, while the reverse wheat stalks display fine parallel lines that define their texture. In very dirty condition, however, layers of grime and oxidation may obscure these features, sometimes creating uneven coloration or darkened fields. Though such pieces may lack visual brilliance, they often remain original and untouched, qualities increasingly valued in today's market. Collectors frequently prefer honest wear over harsh cleaning, recognizing that originality preserves both authenticity and long-term investment potential. Beyond aesthetics, the 1932 no-mint mark penny benefits from the broader fascination with pre-World War II American coinage. Enthusiasts are drawn to coins that predate major global shifts, viewing them as artifacts of a quieter yet economically strained America. This historical positioning adds intangible strength to its value profile. As generational interest in vintage collectibles grows, tangible assets like early 1930s copper coins continue to gain recognition for their stability. Even coins in modest condition can experience incremental appreciation simply because they belong to a widely pursued series with an established collector base and decades of market history. Auction dynamics further reinforce the coin's premium reputation. When certified mint state examples appear at major sales, competitive bidding often reflects registry-set rivalries and long-term holding strategies. Collectors seeking top population pieces frequently push final prices toward the upper end, or beyond, the realistic $1,000 to $8,000 range, depending on eye appeal and grading. Strong strike quality, smooth fields, and attractive natural color can dramatically elevate hammer prices. Over time, as fewer high-end pieces circulate freely in the marketplace, this scarcity-driven competition strengthens the coin's perception as both a collectible treasure and a tangible store of value. In the grand narrative of American numismatics, the 1932 no-mint mark wheat penny stands as a compelling union of artistry, endurance, and historical gravity. It bridges everyday utility and enduring symbolism, reminding collectors that even the smallest denomination can hold extraordinary meaning. Whether admired for its Depression-era heritage, pursued for its investment promise, or cherished for its classic wheat ear design, this coin continues to captivate enthusiasts worldwide. Its lasting appeal lies not in fleeting trends, but in its authentic connection to a defining chapter of American history, securely preserving its status as a prized and respected addition to any distinguished collection. Next up in the 1939 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny stands as a fascinating and highly sought-after piece in American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its timeless design and enduring legacy. Although not a bicentennial issue in the modern commemorative sense, this remarkable coin from the United States Mint represents an important chapter in the evolving story of America's most beloved small denomination. For collectors, the 1939 example struck without a mint mark, indicating production at the historic Philadelphia Mint, holds a special charm. Even in very dirty condition, it carries a sense of mystery and potential, while in high grades it becomes a prized treasure commanding impressive premiums. Its blend of history, scarcity in top condition, and consistent market demand makes it an irresistible target for serious coin hunters. To fully appreciate this coin's importance, one must step back into 1939, a year overshadowed by global tension as World War II erupted in Europe. In the United States, everyday commerce still relied heavily on the humble cent and the Lincoln Wheat series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had already become a staple of American life. The 1939 no-mint mark penny was struck in Philadelphia as part of routine circulation coinage, yet it emerged during a pivotal historical moment. As America stood on the brink of transformation, this small copper coin quietly entered pockets and cash registers nationwide, serving as a tangible connection to the past and to the economic realities of pre-war America. The design of the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny remains one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. The obverse features the dignified right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VB famously appeared on early issues. The reverse displays two stylized wheat stalks framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing the nation's agricultural strength and prosperity. Struck in 95% copper with a composition typical of pre-1943 cents, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams. In uncirculated condition, the original red luster radiates brilliantly, highlighting the fine details of Lincoln's hair and the crisp lines of the wheat ears, an aesthetic appeal that dramatically enhances its desirability. What elevates the 1939 no-mint mark issue into the realm of premium collectibles is not simply its age, but the rarity of exceptional examples and specific varieties. While overall mintage figures from Philadelphia were substantial, high-grade survivors with full red coloration are scarce. Additionally, collectors actively search for subtle varieties such as doubled dies or repunched mint mark anomalies on branch mint coins of the same year, which indirectly heightens interest across the entire 1939 lineup. In very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the coin may appear ordinary. However, locating an uncirculated specimen with sharp strikes and minimal carbon spotting is a genuine challenge, reinforcing its reputation as a condition-sensitive rarity. Market value for the 1939 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny varies significantly based on preservation. In worn, dirty condition, examples typically trade for modest sums, often under $5 to $20 depending on eye appeal. However, in certified mint state grades, particularly MS66 red or finer, auction results have demonstrated strong collector demand, with values ranging realistically from $1,000 to as much as $8,000 for superbly preserved coins with blazing original color and minimal marks. Coins authenticated and graded by respected services often command the highest premiums, as buyers compete for the finest known specimens. Historical significance, copper composition, and vibrant luster all contribute to steady long-term appreciation. Another powerful driver of value lies in visual quality. Collectors place immense emphasis on strike sharpness, absence of spotting, and the intensity of original red surfaces. Because copper is highly reactive, maintaining pristine condition over decades is exceptionally difficult. Even coins stored for years can tone unevenly or develop discoloration. Thus, when a 1939 no-mint mark scent surfaces in near-perfect state, it becomes a centerpiece acquisition. The combination of pre-war nostalgia, classic artistry, and the challenge of preservation creates an enduring appeal that continues to captivate enthusiasts worldwide. For collectors pursuing this prized treasure, strategy and patience are essential. Prioritize examples graded by reputable third-party services to ensure authenticity and accurate condition assessment. Carefully inspect for full detail in Lincoln's hair and bold separation in the wheat stalk lines on the reverse. Purchase only from established dealers or well-documented auctions, and always verify certification numbers when applicable. Proper storage is equally vital. Keep copper coins in inert holders, avoid excessive handling, and protect them from humidity and temperature fluctuations. Engaging with numismatic communities, both online and locally, can provide valuable insight into market trends and emerging opportunities. In conclusion, the 1939 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is far more than a simple 1-cent coin. It is a blend of artistry, heritage, and scarcity that continues to inspire collectors generation after generation. From its historical context on the eve of global upheaval to its iconic wheat-backed design and condition-driven rarity, this coin embodies the very spirit of American numismatics. Whether discovered in a humble, very dirty state or acquired in dazzling, uncirculated brilliance, it remains a tangible connection to the past and a rewarding pursuit for serious enthusiasts. As demand for high-grade examples persists, Its reputation as a prized collectible and sound long-term investment only grows stronger, securing its place among the most cherished treasures of the Lincoln Cent series. Beyond its established reputation, the 1939 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny carries an understated prestige that becomes even more compelling when viewed through the lens of advanced collecting. While millions were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, survival rates in premium mint state grades tell a very different story. Over decades of circulation, countless examples were worn smooth, cleaned improperly, or exposed to corrosive environments. As a result, sharply struck coins with original red brilliance represent only a tiny fraction of the original output. This imbalance between total mintage and top-grade availability fuels intense competition among registry set collectors, who are willing to pay substantial premiums to secure superior specimens. A particularly fascinating dimension of the 1939 issue lies in strike quality and die characteristics. Coins from this year often exhibit subtle variations in detail sharpness, especially in Lincoln's hair above the ear and in the definition of the wheat kernels on the reverse. Advanced numismatists closely examine these features, knowing that crisp detailing dramatically enhances desirability. Even minor improvements in strike or surface preservation can push a coin into a higher grading tier, multiplying its market value. In the highest certified grades, such as MS66 or above with full red designation, the price trajectory climbs steeply, frequently landing within the $1,000 to $8,000 range depending on appeal and auction competition. Another driving force behind the coin's sustained demand is its place within the broader Lincoln Cent narrative honoring Abraham Lincoln. Since its introduction in 1909, the series has symbolized American resilience and unity. By 1939, the nation was emerging from the Great Depression while cautiously observing escalating tensions abroad. Owning a pristine example from this transitional year offers collectors a symbolic bridge between hardship and impending global transformation. This emotional and historical resonance adds intangible value, an element that cannot be measured solely by price guides but undeniably strengthens its appeal. Condition sensitivity remains the defining factor in determining worth. In very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the coin may trade modestly, its surfaces dulled by time and handling. Yet when preserved with blazing red luster and minimal contact marks, it transforms into a premium collectible. Coppa's vulnerability to spotting and discoloration means that even coins stored for decades often fail to retain original brilliance. Thus, high-grade survivors are scarce not because of low mintage, but because preservation is exceptionally challenging. This reality reinforces steady long-term appreciation, particularly for coins encapsulated and graded by leading authentication services. Ultimately, the 1939 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny stands as a captivating fusion of history, craftsmanship, and condition-driven rarity. Its classic wheat reverse, dignified portrait, and pre-war heritage create a compelling narrative that continues to inspire collectors worldwide. Whether discovered in an old collection or acquired through a competitive auction, it embodies the thrill of numismatic pursuit. For enthusiasts who value tangible connections to America's past and recognize the power of scarcity in top grades, this coin remains a prized treasure, an enduring testament to artistry and legacy within the beloved Lincoln Cent series. Next up in the 1944 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny stands as one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after treasures in American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its powerful blend of history, rarity, and enduring charm. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary copper cent pulled from circulation, especially in very dirty condition, yet beneath that aged surface lies a story of wartime America and extraordinary value. For collectors, this coin represents far more than 1 cent. It symbolizes resilience, transformation, and the thrill of discovering a hidden gem. Its status as a prized treasure has grown steadily over the decades, particularly when rare transitional varieties surface, pushing its worth into impressive four-figure territory. In today's competitive market, demand for exceptional examples continues to rise, making it a coin that truly captivates both seasoned numismatists and ambitious newcomers alike. The historical context behind the 1944 issue elevates its importance dramatically. Struck during the height of World War II, the cent followed the famous 1943 steel experiment, when copper was temporarily removed from circulation to conserve metal for wartime needs. In 1944, the U.S. Mint returned to a copper alloy composition made largely from recycled shell casings, an extraordinary detail that ties each coin directly to the global conflict. Produced at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, these cents carry no mint mark, distinguishing them from their Denver and San Francisco counterparts. This no mint mark variety represents the heart of American coinage production during a pivotal historical moment. Holding one is like holding a tangible connection to the past, a small but powerful artifact born from sacrifice, innovation, and national determination. The design of the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny remains one of the most iconic in American coinage history. The obverse proudly features the dignified profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design originally introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of his birth. The reverse showcases two elegant wheat stalks framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing agricultural strength and prosperity. Composed primarily of 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, the coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. In higher grades, the rich reddish luster can be breathtaking, especially when original mint brilliance survives. Even in very dirty condition, subtle details in Lincoln's hair and the wheat lines can hint at a coin's underlying quality. Certain rare varieties, such as the transitional 1944 steel cent error mistakenly struck on leftover 1943 planchets, add an entirely different level of desirability and excitement. Rarity plays a central role in the coin's appeal. While millions of standard 1944 Philadelphia cents were produced, condition and variety are everything. Most surviving examples show heavy circulation, spotting, or environmental damage, particularly those discovered in very dirty condition. However, the rare 1944 steel cent error without mint mark is extraordinarily scarce, with only a small number confirmed. These transitional errors occurred when leftover steel blanks from 1943 were accidentally fed into the presses. Because of this minting anomaly, pristine or authenticated examples command intense competition at auction. The difficulty of locating a high-grade specimen, especially one certified and free from cleaning, drives collector demand to remarkable levels. When discussing market value, the range can vary dramatically depending on condition and variety. A typical circulated 1944 no mint mark cent in very dirty condition may carry modest value. But once we enter the realm of rare errors or uncirculated examples, prices increase substantially. Certified uncirculated red examples can reach into the hundreds, while rare varieties, particularly the 1944 steel error, have achieved auction results ranging from $1,000 to $8,000 or more depending on preservation and authentication. Coins graded by reputable services often command premium prices due to buyer confidence. The combination of wartime history, transitional rarity, and strong eye appeal has contributed to steady long-term appreciation, making this issue a compelling acquisition for serious collectors. Collectors are especially drawn to this coin because it bridges two dramatic eras of American coinage: the steel cents of 1943 and the restored copper composition of 1944. This transitional narrative fuels enthusiasm in the marketplace. The possibility, however slim, of discovering a valuable steel error among ordinary copper cents keeps treasure hunters searching rolls and inherited collections. Eye appeal also plays a vital role. Coins with strong detail, minimal corrosion, and original surfaces consistently outperform cleaned or damaged examples. Even a coin found in very dirty condition can surprise its owner if careful examination reveals a rare composition or striking anomaly beneath the surface grime. For those considering adding a 1944 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny to their collection, careful strategy is essential. Prioritize certified examples from respected grading companies to ensure authenticity, especially when dealing with potential steel errors. Examine the coin with a magnet. Genuine steel cents will respond, while copper issues will not. Study high-resolution images before purchasing and buy only from reputable dealers or established auction houses. Proper storage in acid-free holders or encapsulated slabs is critical to preserving condition and preventing further environmental damage. Engaging with collector communities and tracking recent auction results can provide valuable insights into evolving market trends. In conclusion, the 1944 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is far more than a simple wartime cent. It is a remarkable fusion of history, artistry, and scarcity. From its role in America's World War II recovery efforts to the thrilling rarity of its steel transitional era, this coin continues to captivate enthusiasts around the globe. Its blend of accessible history and high-value potential cements its reputation as a prized treasure within the numismatic world. For collectors seeking a meaningful edition that offers both emotional connection and solid investment appeal, this extraordinary penny stands as a shining example of how even the smallest coin can carry immense historical weight and lasting value. That the 1944 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny continues to fascinate collectors because it represents a pivotal recovery year in American coinage. After the experimental steel cents of 1943 proved unpopular due to rusting and confusion with dimes, 1944 marked a triumphant return to the traditional bronze composition. For many enthusiasts, this shift symbolizes stability restored during uncertain wartime conditions. Even examples discovered in very dirty condition carry the quiet dignity of that transition, reminding collectors that beneath layers of age and circulation lies a piece of national resilience. This deeper historical symbolism adds intangible value, making the coin more than metal. It becomes a miniature monument to perseverance. Another compelling factor behind its desirability is the subtle but important distinction of the Philadelphia issue bearing no mint mark. Struck at the main facility of the United States Mint, these coins were produced in vast numbers, yet quality varies widely. Because so many entered heavy circulation during the 1940s and 1950s, locating sharply detailed examples with full wheat lines and crisp lettering is increasingly challenging. In very dirty condition, corrosion or environmental toning may obscure details, but skilled collectors know how to carefully evaluate strike strength and originality without damaging surfaces. When a coin retains natural patina and strong underlying structure, even modest-looking pieces can hold surprising premium potential. The artistry of the design also contributes to its enduring appeal. The obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln conveys quiet strength and thoughtful leadership, qualities deeply admired during the wartime era in which this coin circulated. The reverse wheat ears, framing the denomination, symbolize abundance and agricultural heritage, an especially meaningful theme during a period of rationing and sacrifice. In higher-grade examples, original red luster radiates vibrantly, while even brown or toned specimens can exhibit attractive chocolate hues. Collectors often pay closer attention to strike sharpness in Lincoln's hair and the definition of the wheat kernels, as these elements significantly influence grading outcomes and ultimately market value. Market performance over recent decades reveals a steady upward trajectory for premium 1944 no-mint mark cents. While common circulated pieces remain affordable, exceptional uncirculated coins, particularly those certified as red RD by major grading services, have demonstrated consistent demand. Rare era varieties, especially the elusive 1944 steel cent struck accidentally on leftover wartime planchets, continue to command strong auction results in the $1,000 to $8,000 range depending on grade and verification.